NCRP Productions presents Catalyst Game Labs, Shadowrun, 6th Edition, Season 3, Episode 5.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunday in the Shadows. Today we are playing Shadowrun 6th Edition. My name's David, I'm the Game Master, and we're going to go around the table and introduce our players and talk a little bit about our characters, starting with Jelly, the leader.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Jelly, the elven face of the group.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm running Hot Hands, the Hermetic Mage of the group.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running MF, the Dwarven Adept.
Hi, my name is Roberto, and I play Patrick Baker, the Troll Street Samurai.
Hello, this is Josh. I'm playing Nomad, the elven sneaky guy.
Thank you everyone. So when we last left off, you guys were down in Louisiana, New Orleans to be exact, and you just got done appropriating a piece of equipment that the Loa Zumwaldi had made a deal with MF for to cure his affliction of turning into a ghoul. You guys have made it back to the van where Patrick has been babysitting a crate of wet dynamite. When you guys all got back into the van getting ready to go, you heard come over loud horn, "Please step out of the vehicle." And as you look out the back window of the GMC Bison that you guys have rented, you see that there's a Lonestar squad car with two Lonestar, yellow and blue uniformed Lonestar officers sitting in the vehicle. That's where we begin.
Okay, I'm gonna turn and look at everyone in the van and say, "Don't come out until I tell you, unless I tell you to."
I got this one.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna step out of the van
Okay.
and close the door behind me.
All right, you step out of the van, close the door.
Patrick, you should get down.
In a very light voice, I say, Jilly, I'd like an icicle pop. And I pass out again. Because I just heard that.
Hot Hands had, just come back to his body from having an altercation on the astral plane.
Knock down, drag out.
Right.
Nearly killed him.
Yeah.
There's a little pool of blood next to my mouth.
And
I'm
we
worried
don't
about-
have any idea what happened, really.
No,
Yeah.
I'm worried about astral PTSD, but
you
we
guys
don't know what happened.
Yeah, he was gone for a while, and then he came back, and he's exhausted. He's he's not well.
And one thing, we did learn last session is that the people in this area are really prejudiced against trolls and orcs.
Goblinized creatures.
Yeah, so I in my guns shirt and cargo shorts and flip flops, I will step out the car.
So you step out.
You were in
close the door.
flip-flops this whole adventure? That's why you didn't get out of the boat last time.
That's so
Yeah, that's
Trying to
why.
run through the bayou in flip
Plop,
flops.
plop, plop,
If I
plop.
had
That's
real
not,
shoes, I
there
would've
is
been in
nothing
there.
sneaky about flip-flops.
I got my Tevas on.
One of their stealth flops, they have like a little strap to go. They like Crocs.
Sound
like that.
deadeners.
Yeah,
Put them in the
Crocs.
stealth mode.
stealth mode.
So Hot Hands is laying down. What's MF doing?
MF is in the passenger seat, sitting there looking forward.
Okay, just looking forward, not
Yep.
rear mirror or anything. All right, what's Patrick doing?
Is Hot Hands, he's just on the ground?
He's laying down in the back.
Yeah.
Is there any, cloth underneath you or anything like that?
No, unless anybody's done anything, I'm too
so
tired.
Patrick
Basically-
takes off his coat and kind of puts it underneath Hot Hands' head.
Okay. And what is Nomad doing?
Just kind of sitting there, quietly cursing, being stuck in this van without his bike or his gun or his rifle.
So you get out. You're dressed in cargo shorts, flip flops.
Guns.
Oh, the shirt says
a white
guns.
t-shirt. Yes.
White t-shirt. Okay. Anything else? Anything over it? Anything that you might be able to conceal? Anything that looks like you might have a concealed weapon on you?
Absolutely, my cargo shorts. Maybe I could stick a little pocket knife in there or something.
So, as you step out, right, what do? You see that the two Lonestar are still in their vehicle.
I'll kind of put my hands not all the way up, but kind of at my sides and be like, "What can I do for you,
Okay?
officers?"
So as you get out, they shine a bright light at you. Trying to basically distract you visually so that they can see you well, but you can't see them, even though it's the middle of the day. And you hear one of them come over the loudspeaker. "Please turn around and put your hands against the vehicle."
Can I ask why you?
Please turn around and put your hands against the vehicle. I won't ask again.
Okay. Legal brain. I know that
So from Seattle, Lonestar. So
yeah.
Lonestar used to be the ruling law of the law, or arm of the law in Seattle. Then they were replaced by Nidoron, which is a subsidiary of Ares. Ares suffered some bad public relations things. Their stocks dropped, and so they've been re-replaced with Lonestar again. Thing you know about Lonestar, think Texas Rangers, right? So they've got a big complex about them. They think that they are you know,
They are the law.
they are the law, and that's it. You get a bunch of Judge Dreds running around, basically.
Okay.
No.
So you know that when you're dealing with a
trying
Lone
to-
Star, you're
yeah.
dealing with big, like, superiority complex.
So trying to legalize them is not necessarily the correct approach. That's what I'm thinking.
You start spouting due process and rights, you know that, yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
get like punched in the head. or
Yeah, you're
something.
probably going to get beat
Yeah.
up, you know.
So I'll put my hands on the side. I'll say, "What can I do for you?"
You hear anybody that's watching, you see the doors open if you're watching in the squad car. You hear the doors open. So you hear footsteps coming up behind you, but then you also hear over the loudspeaker, the rest of you in the vehicle, step out of the vehicle.
And I'll ask again.
Now we can hear muffled inside the vehicle what Jelly's saying.
And
Yeah,
I
Johnny's like, what's going on, man?
Right,
Those
but
aren't my
we
drugs.
can hear it, right?
It would make sense to me that the windows would be down in the bayou.
It's hot. Well, you're going to have AC inside the bison, so they might be
Yeah.
up, right?
Okay,
'Cause at
okay.
least the AC, you know, dehumidifies the air as it runs through the condenser. So you hear the footsteps come up and say, "Sir, you got any weapons on you?"
I want to voice modulate. I want to try to sound
You're
like.
like Luke. Oh.
No, I want to sound like the guy we bought our weapons from, like born and bred Louisiana Bayou.
Okay.
I want
all
them
right.
to think that I'm not some fancy.
You want
elf
so
guy.
you're going to try and impersonate a local.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
go.
I have the voice modulator.
Okay.
Which it adds a rating of the modulator to my dice pool for con skill test. So I guess I'm gonna make a con roll.
You're going to make a con roll. This is going to be against my.
And yeah, I just want to sound like I've just been like, I don't know. Jelly's not sure what they do out here, but something involving frogs probably.
Frogs.
No. I want to hear where this is going.
Oh, thank you, Josh. Fuck yeah. Well, howdy there, partners.
You're locked in.
Well, I just been out knee deep in the waders.
An influence is based on intuition.
Charisma.
Charisma,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure. Yeah, it's charisma.
All right. So I'm going to make my roll here. All right. I have 2.
I have 7.
Okay. So I'm gonna need. I'll probably need for this.
Out there in that there creek, there sure was a lot of bullfrogs hopping.
I'll say, yeah, there tend to be a lot of those this time of year, sir. You got any weapons? You got any hidden weapons? Says you start to feel hands underneath your arms, right? Run the length underneath your arms. You know, start brushing down your side, reach up around your chest, come straight down. Do you have anything on
The
you?
only thing I have is my bow staff that's retracted in my pocket.
You have a bow staff in your pocket. All right, cool. So they're gonna eventually feel, you know, they feel the pockets. They're like, okay, what, you know? They ask if you had any weapons. You've told them no, right?
Oh, sorry, sir. I got my frog whacking stick.
And they're like, is that what you call this? So they pull it out and extends it, right? And they're like, is that what you call this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And he's all, you got any other weapons on you? I'm gonna give you
Oh.
another chance. Just be honest with me. I'm not gonna give you a hard time if you want to just be honest with
No,
me.
sir. Just the frog whacker.
Just the frog whacker. Do you actually have any other
No,
weapons?
nothing
on?
else.
Okay, great. Say, you want to tell me a little bit about what's going on inside? And you hear again over the loudspeaker. Last warning, step out of the vehicle. Put your hands on the side of the vehicle. Leave any weapons that you might have inside the vehicle, and do not resist. Right?
Patrick's just
and,
looking at the
and
rest
you
of
hear
everyone else.
and anyone that's close, you can hear again. Who do you have inside the van? And why aren't they coming out? Why aren't they obeying our orders?
Well, to be very straight with you, sir, we have been tying a couple off out there. What
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know?
Drinking.
You've been drinking?
Yes, sir.
You operating this motor vehicle?
No, sir.
Who's driving?
That would be my good friend Al.
Al. All right. So Al's in the driver's seat, right? Nomad's in the driver's seat. I think
Yeah.
you were driving, right? Say, why aren't they getting out of the vehicle? Why'd you know?
Al, come on out here.
Oh god.
Al. So you hear somebody say, "Al, come on out."
Yeah. No,
And
I've been
so
I've
you-
been I've
you-
been tuned into this whole
Yeah.
conversation.
All right.
And this,
Okay. Go and says,
Just
sir,
to reiterate,
sir, can I have you lie face down on the ground here, please?
Am
All
I
right.
being charged with something? Sir?
Not yet. So I'm gonna go ahead, just for your own safety. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pulls your hands down. He's gonna cuff you. I'm gonna go ahead and cuff you for your own safety. And I'm gonna have you sit down here, face towards the vehicle.
I don't want to get cuffed, and so in order to not get cuffed, I'm gonna try to I want to move away from him, but I don't want to move in like an aggressive way. And so let me think about it for a second.
I'm
Just
an
say-
aggressive.
just say
I'm
the word.
unaggressively
Real
not
nice.
going to
Real
be
nice
cuffed.
resist arrest.
What I'd like to do is act like I'm kind of like stumbling
my
a little
lord.
bit, and I want to kind of move away from him, and so I'm facing him.
So you've got your arms on the van. What he's gonna do is gonna pull one hand down. He said, and he's letting you know.
So can I'd like to overcorrect, trying to turn as he's pulling my arm down. That's,
Okay, so you're
that's
gonna
what
go.
I'm going for.
So you're gonna go and make a con roll. You're gonna
Okay.
you're gonna have a threshold of 4.
Okay.
I've seen this on Steven Seagal Lawman. This does not end well.
Dave,
Yeah.
while I'm hearing this, so I'm still close enough in the time that I can attempt a healing spell on myself.
Yeah, you're coherent. Yeah.
So hearing this, I'm gonna like do that.
How much stun do you have?
It's.
You went over stun, so you're
Yeah.
stun.
So I have 3 boxes left before I pass out. So
Okay, cool.
I would just have to heal myself and hopefully not pass out. So I'll let you know
problem.
what the outcome is.
Did we bring any stim packs? Did somebody bring stim packs? I'm assuming those are
I didn't.
perfectly fine to bring on a plane, right? So
Would they be allowed?
What's the legality of stim pack? Tell me what the
Well, I
legality-
mean, I feel.
I don't think they're illegal. I think stim packs are like.
I will
like
say
a caffeine
I don't
patch.
have any markdown.
Are they
and F
liquid?
did not bring it.
Yeah,
How
they might
many
be liquid.
fluid
Yeah,
ounces?
you might not be able to bring stim packs on a plane. It might be like
Gotta
drugs.
put it in your
Stimulants.
mouthwash.
There's stimulants, you know.
We're flying
but
over
they're
at least
legally
4
available.
borders.
International
Seattle,
borders,
You
yeah.
gotta make sure you bring the company's stim pack of the company's plane you're going on.
The Seegson stim pack.
The
All
seasons.
right, stim-
I got 5.
You got 5. Okay, cool. So, and I get to make my counter here. I've got 2. All right, so you made the
So
threshold.
I kind of
Cool.
stumble.
All right.
I'll kind of like lean on him, and I'm gonna say, just so you know, Al is one of them doomsday preppers, so your
Okay.
dress is kind of funny.
So are you gonna? So as you kind of lean on him, like, "Ooh, whoa, whoa, you know, you lose your balance
And I'm
and you
trying
make
to
it
like
look believable.
Yeah, my goal is to distract him from.
He's gonna try and
immediately-
correct you and move you towards the ground. Okay, are you gonna resist?
I'll get on my knees, but if he tries to cuff me, I'm gonna try something else.
Okay. Well, so you're kind of turned around now. He's he's still kind of got a hold of your wrist, but he's gonna let go, right? And you see his left hand go to the holster of his Ares Predator, and he says, "I need you to lay on the ground face down. Don't make any sudden moves. I don't require any more talking. I need you to lay face down on the ground right now."
I don't want to get on the ground. Okay, let me. I don't think that I would let him, but I don't want to blow this up either.
You hear him on his little radio. It says, "We need to back up here at the 46th and Bay Street."
Yeah, I'll lay on the ground, and then sub-vocally, I'm gonna say to the group.
Black off.
No, what I'm gonna say is that if they push any further, you need to get MF to Big Mama Dips. So somebody get in the driver's seat.
here.
And then, did you get out?
So this is wild. So now at this point, are you going to get out? Like
well,
you heard?
what I'm wondering is like while she's buying some time, since can we have a second to?
It looks like
you
things
know-
are getting ready to maybe escalate. I don't know what's going on. Like he was going to cuff her, but then he was like trying to like kind of look like maybe not blatantly resisting. You're not quite sure what's going on out there.
So I'm looking over my shoulder at MF or whoever's behind me. I'm assuming that was him.
I'm assuming that the way in my mind I'm picturing MF and Nomad in the front.
Yep.
With everyone else in the back.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm about to defibrillate myself in a second.
You got-
Yeah, I'll be up in a
Patrick's
second.
gonna
Yeah.
look over at you two, basically. Kind of
I'm looking right at you and pointing down.
So
Man's
like stay down.
my
Yeah.
my
He
next question
asks.
is, what is the terrain like nearby? Are we on like a dirt road with like
We're in a
woods on the
town.
side of us?
You're
Are
in
we-
town. You're at a dock. You're in the
Yeah.
you're at a dock.
We're at the dock. We're
You're
like
at the
just
dock of the
pulling
Mississippi
straight.
River.
We're like
You're
just
at a boat
pulling out
launch.
of the boat launch.
Yeah, you were parked, right? And you're out where the van was.
So
So
do
is
you
there
tell
cover?
me what? Do you
No
tell
real
me
cover here.
what?
Well, then we're not by the
Jelly
Mississippi
You
River.
heard. I said it.
Oh, so to
I know there's a lot of trees
Yeah.
in Mississippi River. I've been there, but
You all have
in
heard.
2080, it's fairly clear on
Right.
this side of the river.
Yeah, I've
Far side of the
clearly-
river, tree line, all the way down.
Clearly said that if he starts to arrest me, get MF to Big Mama Dip. And so if he proceeds to cuff me, that's the instructions.
Okay. So you've been asked. Al, the driver, has been asked to step out of the vehicle. Come on out, Al. Does Al get out?
So I'm going to turn to you, Nomad. I'm going to say, if you get out, I sneak behind and run. If I get brought in, I no get out of
They're
jail.
the opposite of the
Okay,
instructions that were given.
Option 2
No gold
is
star.
we run. We drive run.
I think we can take these guys.
Is lone.
I'm gonna reiterate sub-vocally.
Don't shoot
So
cops.
I don't want to meta, but so is he handcuffing me right now?
Well, you can
I'm on
hear
the
us.
So I
ground.
need to find out what
You
is
can
that?
hear
Right
us.
now, I need to find out what Al is doing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, my order is to just take off, which
Yes.
I'm struggling with. But like, I don't see why we can't just like start to take off and then grab Jelly, have Patrick reach out and grab Jelly and go. And
So
if
now
we're gonna
Because
get
Jelly is
So-
nowhere
Well,
near that
So now's
side.
one of those points where you decide, hey, I'm going to get out thinking we can probably grab Jelly and get out of here. or I'm gonna obey the commands of what's being issued.
What are the van doors like in relation to where Patrick's at? I guess would be like, are there rear doors?
Are
Is he
they
sitting by the back
sliders?
doors? Is the
So there's 2 rear doors that open out the back, just like most, and there's 1 sliding door on the passenger side.
And do the back doors open from the inside? Because not everyone has
Yeah,
that.
they open from the inside.
Okay.
Yes.
And outside.
And outside. Yeah.
I'm ready to heal when you are.
You healed yourself?
So, effectively, what you see, Patrick, since you're right by me, is you see me kind of shift onto my back. Oh, this is gonna hurt. And I just put my hands up. You see some like kind of glowy green magic on my hands, and I just smack my chest. You see magic flow through me. I kind of arch my back up, like I just defibrillated myself. Slam back down. You see my body just like muscles kind of not grow, but life pops back into me. I flip around, just vomit like chunks of congealed black blood. Oh, all right. Then I'll just kind of like stand up and crouch down.
So go and give me a stealth roll.
Yes.
Oh, sweet God.
It was probably pretty painful.
How do you vomit
Can I
stealthily,
ready
Dave?
in action?
You can, but right now I still need. Back to Al. I need to know what Nomad's going to do. It's time for Nomad
I'm
to act,
lowering
or
my-
not act.
Yeah, no, I lower my seat kind of like as far back as it'll
It's got a
go.
power seat. Are you talking about the top portion? Like,
Yeah, just try to like cut off as much angle above my.
Alright.
This has become as small of a target as possible before.
I have 1.
So out of the 2 dice I rolled 0 successes.
Five
Unless
ones.
you guys want me to use 2 of those, then I could make it 1.
What are you rolling for? Because we might need those.
stealthily
Attacker or defender gets.
It goes to the attacker.
Okay.
So, well, in this case, though, so the stealth roll is to see if the Lonestar guy hears you puking inside.
Yeah. So I would need 2 successes, and I got none.
I don't know. I think we should save them
Yeah.
for possibly getting
Yeah, I
away
mean,
with
like,
jelly
I only
instead
had
of
2.
because I'm about to go anyway. We're gonna.
What
lose
are you going
stealth.
to do?
Yes,
I need to know. We can't move forward until Al needs to make
I'm
a
ready.
decision.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I'm ready
I need you to make a decision
go.
to do something
Yeah.
or do nothing.
So how far away is Jelly from the vehicle right now?
Jelly is about.
Can we even see through the back door?
Nomad can see through the rearview mirror that
I can
Jelly's probably
broadcast. If
about.
I can see, you all can see.
That if you're watching through
Yeah.
the cam, I don't suspect that you guys always have the group cam on.
No, but if we get pulled over, then I activate the image link and I'll
That would
begin
have
to
been
say
some-
that.
That would have been something.
Okay.
I'm assuming that
So I'll activate it at any given point
Okay,
that I
alright.
can now. But
All right. So and now it's just a matter. You see that Jelly's about 2 meters down the length of the van, and in a compromised position. Definitely qualifies as being prone, but has
Yeah.
not been cuffed.
all right, so yeah, I'll just kind of peel out, head towards to where I can kind of pull up next to Jelly, even if it's kind of put us close to the patrol car.
Would you say peel out? You mean you're gonna move the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna.
So I'm
go
gonna
backwards, you're go
I'm gonna
forwards?
accelerate forwards towards Jelly to where
Jelly is 2 meters
Where
behind
he's, like-
the driver's side door, down the length of the van on the driver's
on our
side.
side. Oh, so
Right.
she's okay.
She's not 2
I
meters
thought
ahead
we
of the
were-
van. No,
I thought
no
we were
reason
by
for her
the
to be
patrol
there.
car
She
first.
got out, moved towards the car.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So-
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to jam in reverse. Do it. Jam in reverse. Whip around. We'll pick up Jelly.
Yeah, I mean-
and then we'll jam out of here.
No, I need you to make the decision now, right? The discussion time is kind of like Hot Hands is in the middle, casting spells on himself. Patrick's kind of looking at him.
Yeah.
Jelly's outside. MF's like.
So I'll put it
What are
in
you gonna
gear.
do?
I'll just look over my shoulder. I'll say, Patrick, try to grab Jelly, and I'll just kick it in reverse.
Okay,
Try to,
so,
try to
okay.
maneuver as
So-
close to her as possible, as
Okay,
close to
so,
him as
all
possible.
right, so let's roll initiative.
Nomad.
This is probably not going to work out well for you guys, just so you know.
I don't
Right.
think
I do want
That
to.
was probably a bad
I want to
idea.
expressly say that we've talked about this in previous sessions, but we always have the group link going unless specified that it's not going.
Yes,
The
the
comm
video,
link.
the comm link, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that
I don't expect. I mean, unless you guys want to say, hey, we always have the video going.
No,
We're-
but
you know.
comm link, if we say it's not going, that's the only
Okay,
exception.
alright.
But it's always running,
Hey,
pretty
okay.
much always.
You said that you were rolling initiative right now.
We're rolling initiative.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
Everybody,
Let's
Everybody,
do
yep.
this, boys.
I roll initiative again. I forget.
So there you have an initiative value up here. What is it? 10. So that is.
First thing's gonna happen is you're gonna.
So
you know,
normally
I'm
what
gonna
it
go to
is
basically like a
roll
surprise
a
round
die
for
plus
Nomad
that
to do his
number.
driving
1d6
when I call
plus
for the
that
roll.
number.
But for now, then we'll go into
So-
initiative.
I wrote up. Yeah, I wrote up my
So what
plus
do I
1.
have? All right, Nomad, what you got?
15. Oh, no, see, I'm not.
Nomad.
Sorry.
23.
Already
23.
trying to take Nomad's
Patrick.
job.
Sorry.
Patrick.
15.
MF.
18.
Hot Hands.
10.
and Jelly. Remember, any injuries that you have do subtract.
From initiative?
Actually, no, they don't subtract. It's just your skill test. Sorry.
I got 8.
8. So first of all, Nomad, go ahead and give me a driving test.
All right, this one pilot's gonna come in handy.
That's what we need to do.
You're literally the only one in the group, I think, that actually has pilot.
You
I
are.
have to look at the vehicle rules here real quick. You know? I have to look at the rigging.
Chekhov's dynamite box.
Jelly has
Set
played
up.
GTA 36, but that's about it.
So pilot is agility or is
Vehicle movement. Yes, I
You have
believe
to
it. Is it
prove
agility?
yourself to us.
Testing driving. Here we go. Meters per combat round. Alright, so.
I'm really trying to do a maneuver right now, which is to pick up a teammate as quickly as
Just
possible.
roll over me,
Which they're
kill me.
actually they actually do have those maneuvers in the rigger
rigging.
book.
So you're doing a piloting. So you're rolling a piloting plus reaction test, and the threshold is the handling rating of the vehicle.
Oh
So
god.
the handling rating of the vehicle.
Our fucking bad.
So basically, you're trying to not run Jelly or the
No.
cop over.
Well,
in this,
ideally,
yeah,
no.
Right. So that's
No,
that
no,
is
wait.
I mean, beyond.
I just want everyone to know my agility's a 2.
So it's a GMC. It's a GMC Bulldog. Let's take a look and see what the handling is.
I love this. This is gonna be exciting. This is
GMC Bulldog has a handling of 5.
Well, the DM
All right, so your threshold is
it's gotta go
5.
well for you. It's like,
So let's see. Okay.
I knew we would need those chips.
All right. Sometimes the test may pose users. No.
You could have
Okay.
thrown up quietly, though.
I think of it like that. TikTok
So if you fail the driving test, you must immediately make a crash test. All right. So.
Okay.
All right,
Let's not
so,
do that.
all right,
I
so
love that sentence.
well, this so you're rolling your reaction plus your driving. He's looking at edge boost.
Yeah.
He's like,
And yeah, now's the time to look at edge boost.
Yeah.
you guys got 7 edge plus your troop. The edge has refreshed for anybody that was here last. Well, besides Patrick who stayed in the van, everyone if you've used any of your personal edge, that attribute is refreshed.
So yeah, I'm gonna use all 4 of mine.
All right, to do what?
I'm gonna add my edge attribute as a dice pool bonus and make 6s explode.
Okay.
So that'll be 4 edge as a bonus. 2. 7 plus 1.
You have a 7 reaction.
Yes.
All right, so you need 4.
Alright.
Hey, I think it
Well, you might got 4.
So I got 4. Let's
Okay.
see.
All right, so you got 4. All right. So you make it. All right.
Oh, another one.
So how many did you get?
So I got 4, 5, 6, 7.
It would have been really funny if you just like hit me with the car, though. That would have been pretty funny.
Or if I just peeled out and drove off into the ditch, that would have been great too.
Yeah. Come on, old Betty.
Well, obviously we're not going to outrun them, so we're going to,
We're gonna have to outmaneuver them.
I just throw dynamite at them.
No, I think honestly, I
I
think
like
Bert's
that.
got this. I think
Yeah, that was my logic. Was why are we running it off? That was the order. That's the call.
Crate full of
So
dynamite
you're-
would be fine, right?
The acceleration.
we just
Accelerating.
need to kill them before they can radio.
Well, so you heard
They've
him.
already
You
radioed.
already radioed for backup. You heard
Oh
him.
shit!
You heard him do that.
I didn't
But
hear
just
that.
I'll just save a couple sticks. I'll just throw them out of the van.
Start throwing dynamite at the cops.
Yeah.
So the
Oh, it's all
GMC
sweaty.
Bulldog has an acceleration of 10, which means so acceleration is the maximum meters per combat round the vehicle can safely accelerate or decelerate.
Right, but at this point, I'm not attempting to accelerate to the maximum amount. Again, I'm just trying to accelerate to as close to a precision stop near Jelly as possible.
So you're what I said, so 3 meters, right? So you can move up to 10, right? So you're gonna with your driving test, right? You went forward, right? So you're trying
no. Yeah, I went backwards towards Jelly.
Going backwards towards
Yeah,
Jelly. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jelly is 3 meters behind the driver's side door, down
So
the
we just-
driver's side
yeah.
length of the van. So how far do you want to move? You move up to 10.
So
Are
I
you
wanna
trying to
move-
stop at the driver's side doors? Do
You
reach
know,
out
I
and
just kind of
grab
go
him?
back and skid to a stop in front of them. Just long enough for Patrick to reach out.
So, like-
hopefully.
So
having the back
just
out.
so you know. So again, I'm gonna explain this one more time. So you're in the driver's seat. Jelly is on the driver's side, 3 meters down 2 meters down the length of the van, right? He's closer to the back of the van than he is the front.
Right, well-
Hold on, let me finish. You accelerated backwards. If you accelerate backwards, that's going to move Patrick further away from Jelly,
And move the van, move the Jelly and the cop
towards the
closer
front
to
or
your-
closer to you.
We need a
That's why-
Swedish
All
fish
right.
diagram.
So can I
I don't know
not
why.
just say I want to orient this back or side of the van to as close to Jelly as possible? Like if it's part of my turning around, you know, like I'm backing up and I'm kind of wheeling off to
Can
the
I
side.
step in and tell him he wants to pull forward 2 meters?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what you want to do.
That's what I started with, and you guys said you needed to back up. I'm just okay.
Yeah. So you want it to because there's two ways that Patrick could potentially grab Jelly, from the rear doors of the van or the passenger side of the van. All right, but Jelly's on the driver's side of the van. So are you trying to like back up, do the thing where you back up and like spin the van around?
Well, I can't just like go kind of just past her slightly.
Or what you could do is you could just accelerate forward to where Jelly's by the rear of the van and Patrick can open the doors and reach
that's
out
what
and
I'm
grab
saying.
it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be the easiest thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm just going to take your roll and you lurch forward.
Yeah.
With that roll, you lurch forward to the back of the van. Right. So now Jelly and the Lonestar cop are at the back doors of the van. Right. That was on 18. I'm sorry, on 23. 18 is MF. Hold. Okay. 16 Lonestar. All right. The one in the car is going to. You don't know what the one in the car does. Right. He doesn't get out. He doesn't open fire. Nothing comes over the loudspeaker. The other one, or that is outside the vehicle with Jelly, is going to attempt to pull you out of the way of the moving vehicle. Right. So it's going to be the grapple check between you and the Lonestar.
Well, I'm fine with being pulled.
Oh, so you're not going to resist? Okay.
No, I don't. I mean,
So I'm just going to make it strength and athletics.
Jelly's a Nomad strike
Yeah,
loose.
Yeah.
I technically didn't follow orders at all.
yeah,
So-
I'm thinking maybe he's trying to line up to get out better.
So-
I'm fine with being captured.
He grabs you by the clothes and lurches you back out of the way of the vehicle.
I will
and it's going
lurched.
to drag you.
Just no damage. I don't want any damage.
Going to drag you 5 meters. All right.
Okay.
Oh, that's enough.
He's going to spend his whole turn dragging you
I'm
out of the way
a
5
little
meters.
worm.
All right. So that was on 16. On 15, it's Patrick.
So I opened the doors because I don't think I saw.
Are there windows
Like,
in the back?
no,
door?
you didn't. So the van like lurched backwards or
Okay.
lurched forwards and then stopped. And I'm sure no one's like grab Jelly or something.
Yeah.
Bark some order. So you're like so you're gonna open
So
the
I'm
door.
just gonna fling the door open,
You're gonna fling the door open. All
and
right.
then
So you fling the door open. What you see is a Lonestar car with a Lonestar cop in it, and I'm gonna give it to you. Look about 5 meters away from the van is a Lonestar and Jelly. Jelly's prone. The Lonestar's got Jelly on the ground. Is like pulling him away from the moving vehicle that is just. All right.
okay. And so what I was told was to grab Jelly.
Okay.
Okay. So Patrick's gonna jump out of the van
Nice.
Exactly.
and walk over to the officer.
Walk.
Okay.
No, it's very like Old West. Just is there a tumbleweed too, or whatever the equivalent in the swamp would be? A tumble gator.
a-
Tumble gator. I want it as a little tumble gator.
All right.
I mean,
And
it would be
so-
pretty
Thank you.
scary
I thought you were
to
like-
have a van backup and then just a troll comes out and starts
Well,
walking.
absolutely. That's definitely,
I'd be intimidated.
there's no, yeah. Noted. Mental notes taken. Troll. Right?
And I guess I'm gonna punch the officer on the mouth.
So you're going to walk over and punch the officer in the mouth.
I'm assuming, yeah.
You tell me.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
All right, okay. So you're going to go over, you're going to make a close combat attack.
Yep, I'm gonna spend 2 edge, and I'm gonna do the knockout blow.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Hey, give me her.
Hired.
Give me him.
You
The
buy
Lone Star, I'm pretty sure, has like full riot gear.
What is your attack rating?
Armor.
My attack rating?
Okay, that's a
19.
different picture. In my head, I'm thinking like sheriff, so I might have a wrong
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah, they have body armor.
19.
Yep, okay.
They don't have full right here.
You have a point of edge.
Yeah.
What's your attack rating? 19. All right. So you get a temporary point of edge.
Okay.
So my close combat,
Could I use that right now?
you can.
You can't.
Okay, cool.
Close combat goes off athletics, right?
Close
Or agility.
Goes
Agility.
off of my.
It's
so
agility.
like punching? Yeah, it's agility
okay.
plus close combat.
Okay. So you're gonna roll that. I'm gonna roll mine.
He just walks over and socks him.
Just
Walks.
walks over this. Boop,
Walks
boop,
over.
boop, bam.
And I'm just thinking that whole shield
kind of in a hurry
just kind
here.
of breaks off around his
Or
hand.
like egg.
Yeah.
I've got 5.
For defense?
No, I've got 5 successes on my test.
Yes, for the defense.
You need to roll close combat. So now you're rolling your close combat plus your agility
Okay.
in dice.
And you would ideally
You're going to
like
count the
get
5s and 6s.
5 or more.
So that's 3 successes.
Okay, so you have 3. So now you've got the option to spend edge. You either re-roll failures, re-roll 1 or more dice. You've got a list of things you can do. For 1 point of edge, you could re-roll 1 die again.
Okay.
Which
So-
you have the free one.
And how much?
You've got
edge-
1 point of free edge. So you have your edge attribute, plus you guys have the group edge,
Yes.
right, which is for everybody. I think for 4 edge, I think it is, you could re-roll all your failures? Or is
So
it 5?
For 2 edge, you can add 1 to a die roll. So for 2 edge, each die, you can turn a 4 into a 5.
Correct.
Okay. Then I will spend 2 more edges and do that.
That'll give you 4.
For a cost
I
of
have
3.
I have 5. You need a tie or beat me.
So for 4 edge, you can reroll all of your failed ones.
Yes.
Yep. And for a cost of 3,
Or for-
you can
So
purchase
you could spend
1
your 2 and 2 here
guaranteed.
and 4
Or for
here.
4 edge, you could boost 2 4s to 2 5s, tying me, right?
Doesn't have the 4s.
Oh, it does now. Okay.
I've got 2.
Oh, do you? I couldn't see that.
If you've got 2 4s, you could spend 4 edge and make both of those 5s that would tie me, and you would
Guaranteed success.
succeed.
Okay.
Because ties go to the attacker.
Okay.
Did you spend your extra edge you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so
could
you'd spend that one plus 3 more, either out of the group or out of your individual edge.
I'll do that on my hand.
Okay? So mark that temporary edge off. It's not permanent, it refreshes once the scene refreshes. Okay, so
So that's 5. So then what?
now we're tied. You have succeeded. Now I'm going to make a damage resistance test. So your base damage is what?
8.
8. All right, so I'm making a body resistance test against an 8 damage. So I have 3. So I take 5 boxes.
So
of
the way
physical.
that the knockout blow works is
Oh, what's it say? Yeah, what's knockout blow?
you use your advantage to truly bring the hurt on your opponent. If the inflicted damage of any type is greater than the target's willpower, immediately fill up the stun condition.
That's right. So I took 5, and then and how much edge was the knockout blow?
2.
That was another 2 that you spent. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So and my willpower is 4. I took 5. You walk over, bam. He hits the ground.
I'm imagining he hung in the air for like at least a second after you hit him.
So
Little bird
at this
flew
point,
around.
the other Lonestar agent is gonna point his weapon out of the vehicle and take a shot at you.
Okay.
All right. So
It would be kind of funny if you just walked out, like your whole bit was you walked out, you knocked this guy out, and then this Lone Star just blasts your brains like clear off.
Jesus.
Like that would be epic in some way, like in one way.
No, that's not what we're
Air's
manifesting.
Predator 6. So my attack rating is 11. Your defense rating is what?
Defense 19.
Okay. So you can only ever get 1 bonus point of edge a round. You've already gotten that, so you don't get it again. In this instance, it's the same round. All right. So he's an 11. All right. He is going to. Where's my firearms here?
What's your charisma?
It's not 19, I'll
Yeah.
guarantee you.
2.
Oh, dude, you have more charisma than me.
So I'm gonna roll. He's gonna fire his weapon. You're gonna make a defense test, which is your intuition plus reaction in dice, and we're gonna compare the results.
I have 2.
All right, I have 4. So you get hit by the weapon,
Okay.
all right, unless you want to spend more edge to, although you've spent a lot of edge, so I
Yeah.
don't know. But there is edge available.
Yeah, 5. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
So I would take how much damage?
So Ares Predator 6 does 3. So it's gonna be you had 2.
for the defense.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make a body resistance test. So roll your body and dice, and tell me how many you get. 4. Okay. You take 1 box of physical damage.
Ow.
So
That's smart.
pow pow.
Yeah.
What?
Just
Right.
one flick
So
of
1
like,
box, right? So now that was on Patrick's turn 15. So now we are down to 10, which is hot hands.
Hot
So
hands.
you're in the. You've
No.
just cast your spell. So are you?
Yeah.
Are you conscious
Yes.
from the
I am.
drain and all that? Okay.
Yes. So, my next maneuver is now that I'm up with that, I am going to attempt a first aid because I still can take a first aid for these wounds.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So,
So
you're
I'm
gonna
using
start doing first. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. Go,
I'll make,
yeah,
I'll
go
make
do that
my-
while this is all going on. You can start doing first aid. Look at I think that's has a threshold for over a time thing. It's an extended test, I think. So you just got to
Is
look
it?
up the first aid in the book.
Okay.
All right.
If it takes that long, then I might change it, but I'll hold then and
All right.
go from there.
So 8 is Jelly. Jelly, you're
Hi.
prone. There is a Lone Star officer face down on the ground, obviously unconscious, and Patrick is standing over you. Although Patrick is taking fire.
I want to get up and run to the van.
You're gonna get up. You're gonna run to the van. Okay, cool. No problem. You're only 5 meters away. You can move 10. You get up as a move action or a fast action, and then you can. Are you gonna
Okay.
sprint to the van?
I'm gonna sprint to
You
the
can move
van.
10 meters. You can jump it. You can run and jump in
Yeah.
the back of the thing if you
And
want
I'm
to.
also gonna shout at Patrick, get in the fucking van, you donut.
Get in the van, you donut. All right. Call him a donut. All right. So that was on 8. So now we're back to the top. 23 is Nomad.
I want to... Like, how far are we from the other cruiser?
You're about another 5 meters away.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're near range.
If I have a line of fire on it, what I want to do is pull my Browning and shoot its tires.
So it's a called shot.
Yeah.
Which is going to cost damage.
Out through a van with these bitchin'.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend?
Yeah.
extra?
I
Okay,
mean,
so all right. So
I think that'd be worth
you
it.
pull out your weapon. That's
We
a
don't have
fast
to use
action.
the dynamite.
And you're going to do a called shot, right? Called shot.
Kind
I
of lean out
believe-
over the hood a little
Is it a
bit.
four? I want to say it's. Let me see how much.
Well,
No,
no.
you're shooting out through the
back.
back.
Through the open doors.
Are you shooting out through the back, or are you going to shoot out? You can just lean out the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
window.
Already go
That's what
past
I.
it.
Yeah,
You
you're
tell
not
me what you
firing
wanna do.
forward. You're firing backwards.
You tell me what you
We've
wanna do.
driven past the cruiser. I mean, I
No.
just...
No.
So,
Not at all.
so here's our van.
I'm thoroughly...
Yeah,
You're in the
here's-
driver's seat of the
Here's
van.
our van.
Right?
This is the cruiser.
Yeah.
It's back here. This is the back of the van. So me and Patrick are over here. He punched
Yeah.
the guy. I ran into the van. Patrick is over here.
Called
still.
shot.
So yeah, I don't
is-
want to.
So
I don't
you
want to
have to
shoot past
shoot.
our people if I don't.
So you
have
could go
to.
out the side.
Yeah,
Called
I
shot
can lean out
costs
the window.
5 edge.
Oh. Okay.
That's a lot of edge. Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it.
5? Wow.
Yep.
That's
Called shot,
steep.
5 edge.
Okay. Well then I'll hold.
Okay, you hold. So I was on 23. On 18's MF.
Hold.
Hold. 16, Lone Star. He's going to take another shot at Patrick. So we got 3, 6.
Is there an edge you could use to like take your turn earlier?
No, there's
No.
just if you've got a held action, you can interrupt.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Fallout.
All right, so go and make a defense test. And I'm going to spend my one edge chip to reroll one of these dice. Nice. Give me a success.
So do I get an edge?
Yes, you do get an edge this round. It's a new round, so you get 1 point of edge. Because your defense rating is so high.
And so when you said fast action, you meant minor action earlier?
Minor action, yeah. Sorry.
That's to get up to...
Yeah. Oops, too many games.
I know.
So I have 2 successes.
Okay, I have 4. So go ahead and make a body resistance test again. So you can do a vitals shot, which is basically what we're doing here. So you can do a called shot on something like a headshot. You're firing a vehicle or blow out the tires. You know, you're basically trying to hit a specific thing.
It's like I could shoot the vehicle if
You
I
could
wanted,
shoot the
but
vehicle.
I may hit the tire, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I wouldn't be guaranteed to do that. So instead,
Correct. Of course, you take another box of physical.
Aww.
So you're 2 boxes now. Bam, bam. All
I
right.
like to think they're pinging. Ping.
That was on 16. 15 is Patrick.
And you told me to get in the van? He runs over to the van.
Okay. So you run over to the van, get in the back. All right. 10 is hot
So
hands.
as
If anyone
soon
else
as-
wants to chime in, if it was held action, you just let me know.
As soon as we're in and the door's shut, I'm going when I can.
Door hasn't been shut yet.
So I looked it up. So first day you have to do it the first minute after
Okay.
combat.
Good
So
and pass
that,
it.
so I can't do that. So I'll just have held that action.
Okay.
I'll say, all right, what's the situation? What's going on?
It's pretty obvious what the situation is, yeah.
Okay.
Lone
so
Star's
I
shooting.
haven't been
You're
that far.
well,
out of
actually,
it.
no one's fired back at Lone Star, but Lone Star is firing at Patrick outside.
I guess I should. I'm just.
And
gonna
you know
ask
Patrick
Jelly.
went over and clobbered the
Yeah.
Lone Star guy. It's pretty obvious.
Jelly, you want me to fix this situation?
I want you to shut the fucking doors.
I'll shut the fucking.
Pull the door. Okay, so you pull the door closed. So now at this
so
point,
I'm just-
everyone's in the van.
Yeah,
wait, I'll
go
ask
on,
Jelly.
just-
Jelly, should we keep the dynamite?
Dynamite?
Yeah, the box of dynamite right here, and I'll point to
And
the
I'm
sweaty
like,
box
get
of
like
dynamite.
inch away from
Are
it.
you? So once everyone's inside,
I'm
we're
taking off.
Okay,
I'm-
so go ahead and give me a handling roll. It's a piloting plus reaction.
super fast.
Yeah.
You just punch it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Piloting plus reaction.
Um,
Threshold of 4.
I'm gonna use my action to summon a wind spirit.
Okay, hold on 1 second. It's gonna happen first. Yeah.
All right, so I got 3 and a 4. I can turn to a 5.
You want to spend the edge? Totally up to you.
Well, I don't want to crash, so I think that would kind of put a damper on our escape plans. So.
All that cool shit.
Yeah.
To hit a tree.
Yeah, I guess we gotta cash in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you spend it from the group. All right. Spend 2 to make a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, yeah, is that 2 or just 1?
2.
Is that just
2.
That's 2. Okay.
Just 4 to the 5, yeah.
All right. All right. So you take off. So you accelerate 10 meters. All right. You take off. You punch it. Where are you gonna go?
Up the street. Out of here. I'm trying to, I don't think we can outrun these guys. That's why I wanted to shoot their tires
You
out.
know, without any, beyond a shadow of a doubt, You cannot outrun
Yeah.
the Lonestar radio.
Are we still in initiative?
Yes and no. I think Hot Hands wanted to do something as well.
Yeah, so you see me just kind of whisper off, hey bud, I need your radio. And so I summon a level 1 spirit. So I made the roll and did the
Remember, so yeah, so
And then
you're minus dice because you're wound for your summoning test.
May I remind you that last week you still had 2 services from your spirit.
That's true.
left.
You're right,
You
the
could call
wind
forth the
spirit.
wind
That's
spirit if
right.
you wanted
Okay,
to.
cool. Then I don't need to make that
You
roll.
don't need to make
Okay,
the roll.
thank you.
All right, cool.
Although I believe it was a fire,
It's
not
a force
wind.
2. It was a fire
Yes,
spirit.
it was
yeah.
a fire.
It's
Oh.
a spirit of fire. Yeah.
So if he
Summon a fire spirit in the
I got a
van.
question.
Although he's on the astral plane, so he doesn't
Yeah.
materialize inside the van. It's, you could give him orders, you know.
But see, the thing is if he materializes in, if I ask him to carry this box, he is made of flame in the material world.
He is.
So that's not going to be very helpful.
I could throw the dynamite and you can just follow it.
Yeah.
Get the dynamite out the back of the movie van.
Actually, no. Wait a minute. It wouldn't. I don't know if it would be immediate because he has to grab it and move it. Like the flames aren't gonna.
I mean, it would be
Oh, boy.
seconds.
Fireman's got gloves on.
Well, he's got wood on because he's got the crate.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I think
No,
the
I'm
wood's
sure you-
gonna take.
I just don't know what you're doing, and I
Yeah.
don't want to give you any hints. So.
Burn the town.
So,
We're in
I'm
town.
gonna
Give him
say-
something else to do.
I'll say, Kelly, you want me to take care of the cruiser?
With the dynamite?
And I'll just stare at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe do not kill Lonestar. Then we have a bigger problem.
MF's right.
We already knocked one out.
Yeah.
You also know that Jelly knows for sure that he already called for backup.
Okay.
You have not. You don't hear sirens in the distance.
I'm gonna say, hold on a second, and then I want to pull up a GPS, and I want to try to route us a super windy.
Pretty easy to do. You know, the van's already hooked to the public grid, which allows you to, you know,
Run by
avoid
Lonestar.
traffic. Basically, you know, built-in ways. You know.
We just need a reason they can't follow us.
I don't feel like dynamite is the.
So it's a
answer.
rental vehicle. It's common
okay.
knowledge that they're always connected to the grid. There's no way for you to completely
Yeah.
cloak yourselves.
We
Like
gotta
they're gonna
ditch-
watch you on a map. There they go. Right? Yeah.
We gotta ditch the van.
You gotta.
Friends,
You know
maybe-
you need to
Maybe
ditch
you
the
have
van.
spirit destroy tires.
Drive the
So-
van into the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll use one of my final 2 to say, go burn those tires up.
Okay. So as you guys accelerate off, you see this fire elemental materialize, and the front of the squad car gets engulfed. You see the Lonestar leap out onto the ground and try and capture himself, and just runs. He just
Okay.
runs as the front of the squad car goes up in flames.
Okay.
Go.
The place where we rented this van from.
Are we
Is
gonna
it-
try and drop it off?
Well,
No.
is it central?
It's not. It's a good. It's probably with traffic. It's a good 30-minute drive.
God damn it! Did we used my sin for this? Didn't we?
All right, but we did buy the insurance this time.
You bought the damage waiver.
Yeah, but the
You got
thing
damage
is,
waiver.
now I gotta burn this brand new sin that I just got for this mission.
Who burned the sin? Was it Nomad that burned
No,
the sin last time?
I
No,
burned the sin last
you burned
time.
Two sin. You're
So
gonna be
every
two sins.
time, twice
You're
for
gonna be down
fucking
two sins.
car missions
Oh my
too.
God. Well.
This is what happens
Okay.
when you don't buy
All right,
Edge.
all right.
Yeah.
We're not dealing with that right now.
Oh, okay, we're going back to the engine. Always gonna throw the edge in my face. That's okay, fine. Just because I made that my dump stat.
So in,
What's this edge thing?
in between, how close is our geographically? How close is the hotel to the car rental? How close is Big Mama Dip to the hotel?
Big Mama Dip is. I don't know, Matt. I'm gonna say. So you're talking the hotel. Hotel to Big Mama Dip's about 45-minute drive with traffic.
Hotel to rental place,
20 minutes with traffic.
and us to the rental place is a half hour.
30 minutes with traffic.
And is the hotel in between us and the rental or after?
Hotel's past the rental place.
Okay, we can't bring this heat to Big Mama Dip,
Right.
so we
You'd be like, I don't know them.
we need to ditch the van, get back to our hotel, and lay low.
And do we have a connect? Do we have a way to call Big Mama Dip right now? Is that a? Do we have like?
I mean, I have a phone number.
I have possible idea. Nomad drop close
Yeah,
to
have
Mama
them
Dip.
pick us up.
We go. Nomad drive. Stealth back. Take van long way. Stealth back.
Okay, yeah. So I want to pick a point about, let's see, 4 miles from Big Mama Dip's house,
All right.
and that's. But I'd like.
Well, we
it
need
to-
we need to drop the van off ASAP because the van's going to be trackable now or later. So if we go within 4 miles, then they're going to have a lot better idea of how of where we're going to be at. We also need to figure out
Nomad,
what they're after.
It's not what I say. What I say is, you drop us off. You stealth. We drop.
Well, they're going to have
drive
a
van
path
away.
that we've taken. Yeah.
Then you stealth back.
So what I'm looking for on the GPS is a place that is
Broad daylight.
it could be that the van is going towards like maybe the highway exit nearest to Big Mama Dip. So we could be going onward. It doesn't necessarily look like we're going to Big Mama Dips.
Ditch the van.
Am I
let's steal
explaining
something
myself?
different.
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I want to go to somewhere where it could be we're going just to a central.
So you want to get on the freeway? You want to get on the freeway, or do you want to stay on the? You want to
Yeah.
stay on the city streets?
I want to get to the freeway, and I want to. What I want to do is like, so for here, for example.
You know that this thing is going to be trackable almost immediately from
Yeah.
So we need to get rid of this.
Lonestar
Like,
radio's in. They got away.
Yeah,
They're heading west in a GMC Bulldog, and it's going to be maybe a minute by the time they've got you dialed in on some screen somewhere.
Yeah, so like let's just for local stuff.
Maybe a little longer than that, because they're like, oh, it's a rental thing. They got to,
Let's say that Big Mama Dip is in King Salmon. I want us to end up by like.
You're like at the Bayshore Mall and like Big Mama Dip, but actually no, it's more like because there's a bunch of city in between you and
Yeah.
Right, that's the problem.
So if we were to go past King Salmon, you wouldn't necessarily think we're going to King Salmon if the
Correct.
GPS went that way.
Right, so you want to go towards Big Mama Dips, but you want to go past it to not
Yeah.
On
give
a
away
major,
what your intention is.
on a major road.
Right,
Where,
so you want to get on the freeway.
yes.
That's going to be quickest route. If you go
Yes.
through town, it's going to be
Yeah.
slow moving.
And then we're gonna hop out as
Hop out on
near
the freeway.
yeah, as nearest to Big Mama Dip as possible. Nomad's gonna drive the car somewhere.
I don't see the benefit of this plan. Like I think we need to switch vehicles ASAP. If their rent a car here
You
is
say
like
we steal new vehicle?
Broad daylight with a troll.
I think we should try to keep the amount of crimes
Pull
we're
into an
committing
alley
to
somewhere.
the lowest number possible. And I'm very disappointed in all of you for not listening earlier, but we're gonna deal with that later.
Oh, and you lost your beatdown stick, by the way.
And I lost my beatdown drive to the fucking freeway.
Turn around, go back. Cop car. You torched a cop car. You knocked one out.
I did not. I said you guys should go.
You guys are in all kinds of trouble.
Go to the freeway right now.
a getaway was way easier than a prison break.
I wasn't gonna go
That's
to prison.
true.
I haven't done anything. I'm a lawyer.
You don't know. You don't know what they would have done to you. None of us do. We don't know what they
Somebody
were
said, hey,
after.
there's a strange van down here with a troll in the back of it, dude.
That's what I assume happened.
Can you go check it out? Right.
Okay. So
Isn't that the way all made a routine traffic stop? Next thing you know,
Right,
they're
they
shooting
all,
at us.
everyone
Every
starts
time.
that way.
Uh-huh.
So, unless you're not agreeing, we're heading to the freeway.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do it. I'll follow orders, but
All right. So you guys.
Oh,
heading
now
to the
you are?
yeah.
All
I
right.
mean,
Routine traffic stop.
I'm not gonna leave a man
Inside,
behind,
11
though.
clowns, 2 dogs, and a hamster.
All right. So, as you head to the freeway, are you driving with the flow of traffic? Are you obeying the speed limits, or are you just punching, dodging
yeah.
cars, and are you, all out?
if the traffic's dense enough to kind of blend in, I am a practitioner of hide in plain sight where possible, but we have a tracker on this vehicle, so
Yes.
we really can't do that. So
It
I
goes
think,
against everything that you know
Yeah.
about being deceptive.
So right, I think in this particular case, we need to just get there as fast as possible.
Give me another piloting. Piloting plus reaction.
I gotta learn how to
You're gonna be
drive.
making several of these as you float, basically pedal to the metal through the traffic.
One of us needs
Four.
to give you a better.
You got 4?
Yes.
All right. So you make it onto the freeway, and while you're driving, pretty easy for you to pull up the grid,
Yeah,
and you see where you're at on the grid.
great.
All right.
And so once we get to a nearish Big Mama Dips, but then, I don't know how close she is to the freeway, but I don't think we'd go more than 10 miles.
Okay. So
I prefer to go 4 or less.
so you're on the freeway. There's moderate traffic on the freeway.
Yeah, like I'm not doing any like stunt driving or anything. And when you look at the pilot, normally the pilot skill, normally it says like you don't have to take a pilot just for going fast. You have to take it like if you have to swerve to dodge something.
That's why I asked. Like, how
Yeah.
are you driving? Are you
So,
trying
like,
to
I'm
just
not-
get there as fast as possible?
I'm
So-
going, as fast as I can without like, taking any absolutely unnecessary risks.
So my question is, are you going? I'll ask again. You're on the freeway. Are you going to obey the speed limit, or
No.
So if you obey, and the reason why I ask is if you're going to obey the traffic laws, you don't have to make any roll at all, unless you're trying to do something really squirrely. But if you're going to be driving fast and like hauling, if you're hauling ass, there may be times where I have you make a piloting roll.
Yeah.
Because you're not the best. You've got a 1, but you're not the best driver.
In the van. Yes.
So you're gonna. So
So
right.
there's no in between driving the speed limit and making piloting rolls.
Well, you're either driving safely or you're taking risks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm taking risks.
And depending on how much level of risk you take would determine how many checks you need to make, basically.
Yeah.
So, but for right now, you're just hauling ass.
Yeah.
You're speeding
trying to
on
get
a freeway.
into the fast lane and just stay there.
So Big Mama Dip's house is roughly about 10 miles would be the nearest, would be the exit. Okay. So
Okay.
you're probably, if you're doing a good, 70 or 80, does that sound about reasonable?
Yeah.
You're
I
not
mean, but
you're not driving so
that
fast
is the
where if you
speed
hit
limit,
something.
though. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, is the speed limit 70 or 80? Well, I know in like Sacramento, people drive about 80,
Yeah.
but the speed limit's 65.
yeah.
You could get pulled over.
Highway 5 and 7.
Yeah, you can get pulled over if there's a cop out on the freeway.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
They usually
you're also
don't.
going to assume, you are all going to assume that every cop in the area knows to be looking for a GMC Bulldog. So there's a GMC Bulldog speeding down the freeway. You're going to attract attention if there's any cop anywhere.
Well, they know where we're at. I mean, they're going to find out where we're at. That was the whole
Right.
rationale.
But it's just a matter of,
Yeah.
how much time and when, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're going to know, like, hey, if they rate it up, they're, the
That's
radio,
why-
everyone's on the radio going, hey,
Right.
heading this way or whatever.
That's kind of what my question about, like, is there a middle point between driving the speed limit and literally bad out of helling it? Because, like, I'm just kind of picturing going, as fast as I can reasonably go without, like, making too big of a scene, having to squeal the tires or causing anybody to honk at
I
us.
mean, so
Or,
it's just you're obeying
You know.
traffic laws or you aren't.
right.
yeah.
So
I mean,
if you're speeding, you're not, and so you're rolling the thing.
Okay.
Right? Am I understanding?
I'm not obeying all traffic laws.
So then you
So
have
you're
to roll
speeding.
pilot.
Which I had to do it right.
All right. So, anyways, we get to the exit.
Right,
Now
so we're
we
going to go
have-
to 10 miles. It's going to take 5 minutes? 4 minutes? No,
Okay.
a little longer than that. Let's go 10 miles.
We're going 10 miles at 70 miles an hour. It's going to take basically just about 9 minutes.
9 minutes. So if you're going 80, it's going to take about 8 minutes. All right?
Yeah.
Right.
70's probably.
All right, cool. All right. But that's the exit that you would get off to go to Big Mama Dips. And then it's probably another 5 to 10 minutes in city traffic to get to her place.
And we're
She lives in a
not-
residential
yeah,
neighborhood.
but we're not driving there. We're gonna get off.
So how far past? Are you getting off that exit or are you going to go past that exit?
Oh, man. Just leading them
Because
right
if King
there.
Salmon is the exit, are you going to go past to like down to like Hoopton Road, or are you going to?
Well, so geographically, the exits that we have options to, the one before, the one of Mama Dips, and the one after.
There's one a mile before Big Mama Dips, and there's another one a mile after.
So I think that after makes the most sense to me.
Okay.
And then once we're off, I think we should ditch Nomad with the van, and then everyone else leaves.
Okay.
Or not everyone, but probably MF. Let me think. MF and Hot Hands, and then me and Nomad are pretty stealthy. So I think you three should go to Mama Dips, and then we'll go steal another car.
Okay. So you're going to go the 1 mile exit past Big Mama
Past.
Dips. Okay. So that's going to take about 10 minutes. All right?
Okay.
So I need you to make one more roll. So what happens is the vehicle starts to sputter and starts to slow down, almost like the power had been cut off to the vehicle.
That makes sense. Do you have any more? No.
4.
Fire
So you got 4. You don't crash. You like start to lose control, but you pulled off onto the shoulder. You're at the top of the off ramp, going down off the freeway.
They might have got that kill
The
switch.
vehicle's
on it still.
completely. Someone
The one that
probably
we
hit the kill
wanted?
switch. Yes,
Okay.
and it's non-responsive.
So this is
None of the
after we
lights-
dropped them off?
No.
No.
Oh, no, before. Okay.
We stopped right at the exit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so yeah, they might have hit the kill switch on us, guys.
You feel
Okay.
confident that that's
Right,
probably the case.
just put her in off to the side.
So-
Whoa,
Let's ditch the van. Let's
Steering wheel
go.
locks up. You're like, whoa,
So,
shit.
yes,
This is kind of dangerous, right? But you know that they have that capability. Just be like, just cut
Okay,
it. Boom.
so let's ditch the van and start moving.
Okay, so you guys all get out.
And what are we
Yeah.
looking at? Is it like directly into civilization? Is it just like
It
a
goes-
long
it
road?
goes-
Leaving the
straight
dynamite in
down.
this thing.
So the off ramp goes kind of descends a little bit, and then you can see there's housing that runs perpendicular,
Okay.
all right, to in either direction, and it goes under the overpass. The freeway goes over it, and there's just residential,
So
kind of
Patrick,
semi rundown houses.
yeah, hiding Patrick is kind of my main concern. And how far are we from Mama Dips at this point?
You were 10 minutes driving,
Oh man.
but that's what traffic and stoplights. If you're running, if you're sprinting, basically, you might be able to make it there.
May I
cut through yards.
suggest I have one more idea.
Yeah.
We have last favor from Elemental walk on freeway, shut entire freeway back to stop. they no come on freeway. Takes them longer.
Yeah, do it.
Slow walk, not start out.
Let's go stand on the freeway.
So I'll tell it. You can go after you walk down the walk back to, and I'll tell him to walk back.
You would be like, go walk down the middle of the freeway.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
Or something. Or go stand in the freeway for 10 minutes. or something.
Stand is better.
Stand is better?
Stand is better. As they slow down, as they move around, they have to slow back.
That works for me, yeah. So,
Alright.
go
Okay.
pa.
So you go stand on the middle of the freeway. All right.
Yeah.
And then we run.
And then,
yes.
so then you guys all take off running. All right. So as you guys take off running, all right, you hear the screeching of tires. All right, pretty quickly thereafter.
I switched my flannel to camo mode, by the way.
Okay.
Just
all right.
camo
Oh,
mode.
that's nice.
Yeah.
It's like a camel coat.
I'm still
it's a
in fucking
changing
flip-flops.
plan. Yeah.
You're in flip flops. You're plop plop plop. You got a troll. All right, an elf, and you know it's crazy.
So
Okay.
I do want to try to find a route that has the least amount of like McDonald's businesses because we do have a troll with us.
All right, so you want to find the most direct route that's going to keep you as far away from
Like
brick and mortar
resident-
businesses where
Yes.
they're like, we just saw a troll
Yeah.
run by.
Exactly.
All right, so
Canvassing is
do it.
taking
Do
time.
we split? I have earned. Do
You
we
have
split?
earned. Yeah.
So you guys are going to split up. Okay. So who's going to, what's the split look
I
like?
think it's the same groups.
Which
Yeah.
is what?
So Patrick, MF, and Hot Hands.
Okay.
May I make salt? And hopefully we're still moving as I said.
Yeah.
If
You
I
guys
make
are all running down the off ramp right
If
now.
if I make salt, if I go to jail, I no come out. With this, I no come out. Maybe just Hot Hands and me go.
Okay. Yeah. Be fast.
So Hot Hands and MF are going to group up, and then the other three of you are
Yes.
going to group up. Okay. So you're gonna make it down. By the time you make it down the end of the off ramp, you hear all the screeching of all these tires. Right? There's all kinds of commotion up on the freeway. You're assuming that's probably because of the fire element. All right. As you split, what's your route? You can. So as you try and find a route, go and give me. You can use your comm link. Go and give me an electronics roll.
Okay.
Try and find the most accessible and direct path to Big Mama Dip's. You've got her address in your comm link.
Yeah.
No one
so
else
they don't.
has
Yeah.
Big
They
Mama
don't
Dip's
have to be
address.
as stealthy as we do.
You guys aren't being stealthy at all right now. It's broad daylight, and you guys
No.
are in a flat out run.
Right this second, yeah.
Okay.
But what the route that I want to plan two routes.
Okay.
I want to plan just the most direct way for these two, and then a stealthier way for us because we have
Okay, so
Patrick.
like you run straight down B Street, hang a left at the white
Yeah.
picket fence, and you're like, we're gonna circle and break wide and make it look
Yeah.
like you guys aren't associated.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do two. So if it's harder, that would make
Okay,
sense.
so do the
to me.
first one for the most direct route for MF and Hot Hands.
Okay.
It's gonna be electronics plus intuition.
Intuition. Oh, okay. That's not a
And your
microphone.
threshold's gonna be 2.
My threshold is 2.
Yep.
I just imagine the bad one, the super glitch, and he literally tracks us to the Lonestar office.
That was cog. There you go.
Hey, wait a minute.
So you got 2. All right.
Okay.
So you find
I got 3.
you find a direct route, for MF and Hot Hands. So cut your time in half. It's going to take you 5 minutes to get to Big Mama Dip's.
And we're at the.
And I'm assuming you were sprinting.
No, absolutely not. Nobody has seen us, as far as I know.
Okay.
So my intention, as soon as we get away from them, maybe a minute later, we start walking.
Okay.
I mean, it's hot as Hades down here, so the fact that we're sweating
Okay.
isn't going to look weird.
And any of you carrying any weapons?
I have a pistol, but I figure it's like tucked into the back.
So you got a pistol in your belt? Okay.
But
I have my
with
shotgun, but in a duffel bag, so.
Yeah,
Okay,
and sadly,
okay.
And a
I would have
knife.
left the Ares Desert Strike on the vehicle.
Okay. So you've got a shotgun in
I
a
got
duffel bag.
My CC shotgun.
You got a pistol
Yeah.
stuffed in your belt. You got your fists. Jelly have a weapon? Nope. Okay. So the 3 of you. So you guys start moving down the route. So go ahead and make another roll for a route for you guys.
Okay.
You just need 1 success here. You can plot. You can choose any number of routes you're like.
Okay.
You basically decide we're going to go around this way. We're going to go 3 blocks out of the way and then circle back.
I'm going to use 2 of my edges to make this 485.
Okay, giving you 1 success. All right, cool. All right, so you find a route for yourselves. It's going to take you 15 minutes to get to Big Mama Dip's. It's going to
And,
take
like,
them 5.
It's daylight, but we will make an effort to stealth, so we want us to roll for that too. But
Yeah,
we're trying to not get Patrick seen.
Okay, well, that's going to be a little tough, all right? It's broad daylight, right? You're walking by, you're going to walk by a bunch of houses. I'm not even going to have you make a stealth roll.
Okay.
You know stealthing, hiding the troll is completely out of the question.
Sure.
All right? Unless you're like, do you have any kind of disguise or anything that you wear? I mean,
Yeah, what
you're
is
like, what are you wearing, like a
disguise?
turtleneck?
Did you ever grab your cloak from the floor of the van?
Don't think so.
I don't think I would have grabbed it.
Yeah, you guys just basically jumped out and ran for it. So
Yeah.
And you left the crate of dynamite in the back of the van.
Good.
Okay, so. All right, so you guys are going to start walking after, about a minute or so. Once you kind of break away, all right, you're going to start walking, all right? So you're going to arrive at Big Mama Dip's house first, all right? So as you walk up, you can see that Verdell, all right? There's Cecil and Verdell, their two nephews. Verdell's on the porch drinking a big old jar of iced tea. And he looks at you, he doesn't say anything as you guys walk up. He just kind of looks like, he looks a little puzzled.
So I'll look at him and say, I have dust for chicken.
Oh, he's like, Cecil, get Mama. All right, come on in. So, where are your friends at? There was a couple more. You big, where's that big fella?
Now I do not know. And I'll click into the comm.
Don't know.
Jelly. ETA.
So we were like 10 minutes behind them.
15. So we're gonna take you're 10 minutes behind them. So
Yeah. So
They are about 10 minutes away.
Okay. Good. All right. So, so they bring you in, all right, and take you in the back where Big Mama's sitting on the back porch, and she's smoking a cigarette.
I have earned for chicken.
So not for chicken. He's all.
I saw chicken.
So you made a deal with the Loa. You got to give it to him, but I'll take it. From him.
It's not chicken.
But I'll take it.
So I have no trouble handing
It's
it to
not
her.
chicken.
I don't
Them's roosters. Okay, those are roosters.
Oh,
Okay, from around here. I get it. I understand.
No.
She
Yes,
takes this thing
yes.
and she sets it down. She's all, well, I guess it's time to get to work. You best be coming on with me, right? She's all, points her cane right on in there.
Wherever that is.
She
Where
points
am I
up-
walking
she,
to? A
she
chicken
leads
coop?
you, no, she leads you in back into the house.
Okay.
And kind of to one of the side rooms where she leads you into a room that's adorned with fetishes and there's a big circle on the ground. And she says, I'm going to need you to lay down on the ground there and just trust me. And no matter what you see or hear, don't move and don't speak.
Like Zeus? Like Zeus? I
Like,
keep trying to
just
move around.
Make yourself comfortable as long as you're inside. She kind of
Okay.
she scoots your foot to inside the confines of the circle.
Eyes
Maybe it's
closed.
not bigger than a
Is
minute.
open.
It won't matter.
Oh, okay.
So she starts, and so what's Hotheads doing during this?
Because I'm running with these guys. Right?
No,
No, you're with
I thought I was with these guys.
No.
Oh,
no.
Well, then if I'm with you, I just
You are heat stroke.
Find the
I'm
closest
taking my
lazy
hat
one.
off. I'm just like, I'm just gonna watch. I'm just curious.
So
I put on my googly eyes and watch.
So Fidel says, you hang out in the living room. That's okay. You want some iced tea?
I was just gonna ask if it wasn't too much of an imposition, if I could have some, please.
There we go. Come on in, right? He kind of pulls
Yeah.
you away, right, and closes the door.
So I'll go have some.
Okay.
Have some tea.
All right, so Big Mama Dip starts performing this ritual, right? It's going to take a little while. But before she's done, the rest of you are going to. So the other three of you, you're coming around the corner. So far, so good. Like,
I don't like that sentence.
there's been a random car that's gone by, and you're probably watching, like, to see if they're looking at you. You do get looks, right? But you kind of get mean mugged a little bit. They're kind of like, they're very prejudiced against orcs and trolls. Doesn't mean there aren't any around, but they're not accepted at all. They're adamantly shunned, right?
Yeah.
So you can
Two
see,
elves
like,
and a troll walk into a bar.
Yeah, it's two elves and a troll. But as you come around the corner, you're probably about 4 blocks away from Big Mama Dip's, and you see up ahead, there's a group of children that are riding bicycles and playing in the street.
I fucking
And
hate kids.
they're you're going to have to go through their pack of, there's about 8 of them, and they're all playing along the street. There's a sprinkler going in one yard where a couple are running through it back and forth. A couple have set up a little wooden ramp like a jump, and they're jumping in the road, and a couple others are hanging out.
Stealth roll.
So you guys kind of come around the corner. Yeah, go ahead and give me a single group stealth roll.
Oh, really?
Right?
Can we
And
avoid them?
your threshold is going to be a 4. Right?
Well, I don't want to stealth these
This
kids.
isn't that you're trying to stealth. It's
Okay.
just a determination of
joking
how
at-
quickly they see you.
I see. Okay.
Or
yeah.
do they not pay attention to you because they're too busy playing in the road?
I'm just gonna start kicking them.
Right. Okay. So Jelly making the stealth roll?
Oh no, Nomad is. I forgot. I got
Okay,
distracted.
alright.
And we
5.
can't assist in this.
Right. This is just a
Okay.
single group roll. So
For sure. Yeah,
your-
Nomad's got this. I
Your
got this.
threshold of 4.
1, 2,
Nomad's got like I got 9.
13.
7.
7. Yeah, how? I mean, like, are they
Well,
like
fine.
4
Alright.
feet off the ground? How high are their heads?
So, well, they're probably they're varying ages from about 8 to 14.
Oh, 14's
So as you come around the corner, you see them. They haven't appeared to have seen you yet. What are you going to do? You're going to continue moving forward in the direction that you need to go, or are you going to try and go back?
It's just these kids. Yeah, I figure we'll go forward.
Right.
Jelly's going to, yeah.
Okay. So as you go forward, move forward another 2 blocks, right? And you're based on the same block that the kids are. One of the kids on the bikes comes riding up. Holy cow, it's a troll! Right? And so it starts to kind of like ride by and like, it's like riding by fast and like looking, Doesn't seem to really be like, oh my god, it's a troll, but more kind of...
Patrick's gonna wave. Just a slight little wave.
And so, as he kind of notices, like there's 3 more that have bikes, and they start kind of going by, and they're doing like these ride-bys to you guys, just to like get a closer look at you, And they're like, look at that, look at how big he is, look at his arms, right? And they're like, wow, I've never seen one of those before, right? So you're getting, and like, look at that tall, skinny thing, it's an elf, man. So they're like, hey, mister, right? So you think you could buy some ice cream?
Beat it, kid.
Hey. Right, they kind of look a little confused. Well, you're an elf. You're rich, right? Can't you buy some ice cream? Man, it's hot out here.
I look rich?
There's an ice cream truck. It'll be here any minute.
Patrick's gonna kneel down, and he's gonna pull out some money.
So,
Is it-
yeah, cred sticks? You have cred sticks
Who's all
prepared
here?
for this?
For cash.
Yes,
There is
yeah.
cash.
If that's the cash, yeah.
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 Nguyen
Yeah.
is a credit. Yeah.
Pulls out a cred stick.
Okay.
I have some cred sticks for you.
Yeah? So, will you buy some ice cream?
Sure.
Right on. They're like, oh, cool. All right, so they reach out to, like, take whatever you're going to give them.
On one condition.
What?
You did not see us.
We didn't?
No.
He's gonna hold out $200. Cred stick.
200 credit? 200
Yeah.
Nguyen? Like, yeah, we didn't see anything.
Where'd you kids get all that money?
$200, yeah.
We don't know.
Oh, we want his ice cream parents, but where the hell?
Wanted to hire
They're gonna
us
be
to
covered
not
in
see
ice cream
things?
later that day. They're just like,
Do you want us to kill someone?
Right, yeah.
One of the kids like, I'm blind. I'm
Yeah,
blind.
right. Yeah, I can't see nothing.
Holy
Right?
shit! Is that
So-
Joey?
So
little
he takes the cred, right? And he's like, come on, let's get out of here. Right? And so they take off riding bikes, right? They take off back the direction you guys were going. But you'll see that 7 of them go up the street. And the one, at one point, peels off, boom, 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 through the grass of a house, throws the bike down, and runs inside the house. Right? So you guys continue. Are you going to just walk at your leisurely pace, or are you
should
going to pick
run
up the
now.
speed?
We should probably sprint at this point.
Is that what Jelly's saying?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys take off running. All right. So you guys take off running. If you're watching your backs,
There's a point where I think we probably stop running, and I would
Okay.
absolutely be looking backwards.
Okay, you just want to like kind of get around the corner where you're out of
Couple
direct
blocks
line
away,
of sight.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys move past the group of kids. You're eventually going to make it. You're hot, you're sweating, right? And you're out of breath because you've been kind of moving, and you're going to roll up to Big Mama Dips. You see it. You come around the corner. There's Big Mama Dips. You're going to see, Cecil on the porch, and Verdell. They're both sitting there, and they see you guys come up. Well, Hot Hands is inside drinking iced tea on the couch, watching television, watching the Trid. So, while you're inside on the Trid, you see a news flash. Oh, we're coming live to you with updates. There's currently Lonestar is in pursuit of a, you see this, you see a picture of like this van, a van, and you see these crude pictures of like, there's a troll doesn't look anything like Patrick. There's a couple elves, right? There's like a businessman, an Elon Musk looking kind of guy, and they're like individuals like this. If you're seeing anyone matching this description, please call this number, right? Lonestar is actively investigating and in pursuit of the fugitives, and they're known to be in the area. So they're kind of putting out this alert, right?
I'm just gonna take a drink of the sweet tea and be like, yeah, things get kind of crazy around here. I'll ask who I'm with.
Well, no, so they're out in front. They're out front.
They all went out front.
Just the 2 of them.
So then I'm just talking to myself.
Okay.
Things around here get a little
Crazy
crazy,
right
I
here.
guess.
All right. So you guys walk up, and they're kind of looking at you.
I'm gonna
They're kind
ask
of looking at each other like,
both of them, as the men at large, how much does your fan boat thing cost?
what?
The thing we borrowed. We are unable to return it to us.
Oh. Ooh.
What is the current Kelly Blue Big value
Oh,
for a
what-
fan
what-
boat?
What happened?
It's gone.
We need it to go.
It is no
Well,
longer.
Mama ain't gonna like that. Oh, you better go and tell her. I ain't gonna go tell her. You go tell her. I ain't getting in trouble. I got in trouble for this morning cleaning up them dishes. I'm done cleaning up your mess.
Is she busy? I can tell her.
Well, she's a little busy.
Okay.
Maybe, I mean, what happened to her? Maybe we can get it back before she's done.
I would not recommend looking for it at this time. Because we never hooked it up.
Why
so
is
is
that?
it just still in the water?
It's in the water. You left it in the water. Yeah.
Well, the place
It's got
where...
a bullet hole in it. Oh, but it didn't make a hole in it. That's right.
Yeah, the place where it's been left is currently most likely a crime scene. It may be available after
Oh,
there.
wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. What you talking about crime scene? What you got the law on you? You bring... They after you?
No.
Something happened? We need to know. Go ahead and give me a con roll.
I'm deciding if I'm going to lie to this guy or not.
Mm-hmm.
I know they have magic. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say the truth.
Okay, what do you tell him?
Yes.
What happened? Give me the short version.
I think that if I talked about it, I would have a fit. So, to speak as generally as possible, actions were made that upset police officers. And at this time, they're looking for us.
Oh boy. Okay. Hey. Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. He's all. Okay. So rock, paper, scissors. One of them ends up losing. Cecil ends up going in. He's like, Mom ain't gonna like this. So Cecil comes back in, throws the door open. You're inside drinking tea, and Cecil goes by. You gonna get me in trouble, right? Goes back, bangs on the door where MF and Big Mama are, and Mama, I need you out here now, Mama, right? And so the ritual gets interrupted, right? And Big Mama comes out. You were like, you had gone into like this trance. She started doing this magical ritual. You kind of went into this trance.
Okay.
But then were quickly pulled out of it. You wake up, you're sweating, you feel really lethargic, and you're lying on the ground. Big Mama's walking out of the room. So what happened? Right? So, Ma, I got the star after him. They got the star after him. We gotta get you out of here. And so Big Mama comes out and sees Hot Hands and says, "What'd you do?"
And I'll look.
She's poking you with a cane. Hey, coming to my house, drinking my tea, sitting on my couch, bringing the law back here? What's the matter with you?
I'm very sorry. I'll stand up and say, I'm very sorry, ma'am. We had no intentions, nor do we think the law is going to come back this way.
Well, Verdell here is saying, you calling Verdell a liar? He's saying, your friend out there, that lawman,
Okay.
that lawyer, you can hear, she can hear her yelling in there, right?
Can I come in, please?
You can walk in. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a monetary value that will have you continue the ritual to finish it for my friend?
Well, if the law's after you, sir, then we ain't gonna have time to finish the ritual.
I'm
Not right now.
fairly-
Right now, I need to get you out of my house, or I need to get you hidden. So what's your idea? You got any bright ideas for that? Well, I see it needs a law poking around here. You know, my taxes aren't paid.
Ma'am, if the law does show up, I myself, if you are not aware, am a mage. I can cast an invisibility upon us.
I'm also fairly certain the law is not on us.
What law is, child?
We like to think that we can handle ourselves, and we don't like to attract the law to those that help us, ma'am.
It's extremely important to me that MF, we do what we can for him here. I would not have jeopardized that. If I didn't believe that we shook them, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, well, we'll just do that then. Maybe we just go ahead and fix your friend on up, and then if the law shows up, you handle him, huh?
Absolutely.
With your invisibility.
Yes, ma'am. If any law enforcement shows up, we will not let anything come down on your head.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, let's get on back. Oh, time out. All right, false alarm. Verdell, Cecil, with me in the back now. Right? So, sir, looking at you. You can stay here. We'll be right back.
Looking at who? At MF?
MF's in the room. He's kind of like, what? He was just came out of
I was told.
Do I think that they're lying to us, right? Can I make a rule?
You can make a perception test versus a con.
Is it okay? Is it judge intentions?
Me and
Oh,
Nomad's
judge
still
intentions.
standing
Yes, judge
outside.
You guys are outside unless you guys decide to go into the house.
Inside?
Yeah, you go inside and this argument's taking place.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, if I hear we're supposed to handle Lonestar, I want to try to see if there's a way to the roof.
Get on the roof of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna become a lookout here.
One,
climb up
2,
the
3, 4, 5,
Corrugated
6.
tin.
So Big Mama appears to be holding something back, but she seems somewhat genuine in what she's saying. But you don't get she's telling you everything. She seems to, you detect some sarcasm in her in what she's saying.
I want to try to make an influence roll on her.
Okay, so what are you gonna say?
So what I'm gonna say is that.
So you're gonna basically try and calm her down and reassure her.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Big Mama Dip, we've traveled very far for your services, and I do believe that you're one of the last people on this planet that can help my friend. If any repercussions come down on you, I am a fully licensed lawyer, and I will defend you until there's nothing going on. Will monetarily compensate you. You will not be in any danger here. Please finish helping my friend. And then.
So you packing a troll with it. They don't think too kindly of trolls around here. You know, you got the Star coming down. They think they own the place, right? You ain't had much dealings with the Star. I can tell you what, your friend there, he don't know nothing about the Star. They got their own mages, and they're probably more powerful than he is. That invisibility ain't gonna protect him.
I am extremely confident that no harm will come to you or yours. Please finish the ritual. And I am confident, but I'll also roll. I didn't get in this. The agreement wasn't to protect you from Lonestar or get entangled with. And I'm not asking
like
for that.
Right? You want me to do that? You want me to finish what we agreed upon? It's going to cost you, sir. Since you're a lawyer, you make a lot of money, don't you?
Name and price.
50,000. All up front. Talk about the livelihood of my family here.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have that like crud stick prepared, but I'll agree to that.
You can transfer with your comlink. You can transfer 50,000. If you've got 50,000, you have 50,000.
You'll see this through.
Okay. So
that's the deal.
So you're paying her as much to do the ritual as we did.
You're gonna pay her up front.
As we earned in the entire second
Mark
season.
off the 50,000.
Like
you give her the 50,000.
10 minutes, she's gonna earn what we earned in an entire season.
She goes over to a broom closet and she pulls out a shotgun and she gives it to Cecil and says, "You know what to do." Right? And so Cecil and Verdell, they go into the living room. They start pulling down these fucking these metal like blinds. Right?
The storm shutters.
Yeah, the storm shutters basically.
I'll just pull out I'll say, oh, so we're going that
So
level.
I'll close the door, right? So Big Mama goes back in, slams the door where MF is, right? And she says, "Your friends are either incredibly stupid or they're incredibly brave, and I don't think it's very brave. Tell you what, I'm gonna give you one chance right now. Star's after y'all. I don't know if you know that. And you know what? If they know where y'all are at, they're gonna be here any minute. Now, I'm gonna give you one chance. You can hop out that window, and we can forget we ever saw each other, or I can go through with this. But if the Star shows up and your friends can't handle him, you ain't gonna be saved."
Did Jelly tell you no harm come to you?
She guaranteed me that no harm would come to me, but that doesn't mean...
Then please, I ask, complete the ritual.
Okay, it's your funeral, right? So she starts doing the ritual again. A few minutes later, you're going to hear the sound of a helicopter flying overhead. Right? You hear the commotion of the helicopter going by. You can hear it. It's not like right over the house, but it makes a fairly close, strafe. And you can hear the loudspeaker, please stay in your homes. There's an active, fugitive, manhunt going on by the Lonestar. This is Lonestar. And they repeat the messages, and you can hear them in the distance. So they're canvassing a metropolitan, an area, right? And so, Verdell, is like, "You hear that? They're coming for you." What'd y'all do with that van you guys were driving?
Well, I tried to burn up some tires, but I think my spirit got a little feisty.
Okay. Where'd you leave it?
I'll say, we left it back on. Oh, shit. Jelly's
like pacing back in front of the door
I'll
an
say,
expectant
God
father.
damn it, Jelly, we left the fucking van right next to the goddamn probably registered fucking head on windbow.
No.
No. You left it at the top of the off-ramp freeway.
Well, no. Their van.
Oh, they didn't have a van. They had a squad car.
They had a squad car, but we left it right there next to that fan boat, right?
No. They're in totally different places.
They're in totally different places?
The Bulldog is what you used to get over here.
Yeah.
Well, then I have no idea.
That's the
Jelly's
rental.
ignoring everybody. He's just pacing.
Right, so about 10 minutes goes by. MF, you go back into this trance, and you see again the familiar, the darkness kind of surrounds you, and then through the mists and the darkness, you see the Loa.
I'm a little more confident this time.
See, you got for me what I asked, do you?
I did. I get for you.
He kind of looks, right? He says, "Oh, I see you did some well-de-good. He's gonna take care of you real nice, and now you just sit back, just hold it a minute, right? And he starts, gesturing his hands and things like that. Your body's stricken with pain, right? And after, you scream out the physical form, you all hear in the other room MF screaming in blood-curdling pain.
Oh, that sounds like magic healing right there.
And eventually you come out of it. You lose a point of essence from the ritual.
Ooh-wee.
And you come out and you see that the black veins, the striations of your arms are gone. You're exhausted. You've got 9 boxes of stun in your condition monitor, but you're conscious. You're exhausted. Big Mama says, "Look like this your lucky day.
How about the eyesight?
The law
Do I have it back?
Clear sight. Looks like the law approved of what you did. Now get the hell out of my house."
Okay, so I'm assuming covered,
Right.
drenched in
Just
sweat.
sweat, right? Sweat through your clothes.
Barely able to stand.
Right, but you can stand, right?
Yeah.
So you hear a helicopter, in the distance. As you start to it all kind of come back. Oh, wait a minute, the star. It all starts to come back to you now, and you realize that you're not out of the woods yet. But the affliction seemed to have completely been wrangled from your body, but it pulled with you a point of your essence.
Now is that? I don't know what the word was. Can I get that back in some fashion?
Yes.
So I'll come out. They're in the living room.
They're in the living room. Jelly's pacing. You've got Verdell with a shotgun, and Cecil sitting on the couch watching the trid.
Jelly, I feel better.
MF looks better. His eyes aren't cloudy. You can see from his arms, he doesn't have the black streaks in him. So whatever Big Mama did, it worked. Seemed to have worked.
I'm gonna kind of pat you on the shoulder,
Oh.
But he's exhausted, yeah.
and I'm gonna turn to the rest of the team, and now we have to figure out how to get out of here without getting them in trouble.
I turn on my googly eyes immediately to him to just make sure there's nothing hanging around.
All right, give me the sensing test.
Jelly, I think we need to split and move towards airport. Get out as soon as we can.
So you've sensed MF's aura before. Everything seems fine, other than he's no longer suffering from the ailment that he had before. But you also notice that his essence is lower than yours. And that was not the case before.
Yeah, I'll walk over and just kind of look you up and down. Well, it took something out of you, didn't it?
It did. Very much.
Alright, well, we'll work on getting that back for you. Right now, we got us a little bit of a shit show. Okay, well, how are we gonna get out of this all?
Well, I think as I lay, what ends you and me no seen is like no there. Yes?
And while you were in there, I did catch a news program, and it looks like they have no idea what the hell we look like. You should have seen Patrick's picture.
is good picture?
No, it looks like the most generic. Probably
Looks like a
stereotypical troll.
WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you and I go to hotel, get remaining supplies, and go to airport, and then meet. Is no cross, is no fly together. Yes, Jelly is your call.
I think that makes sense.
The helicopters aren't like above us right now in the sense of like they know we're here.
No, they're canvassing a large area. Every once in a while you'll hear it fly overhead, and they're every once in a while you hear them come over the loudspeaker of people to stay in their homes.
Do I think that my astral signature would still be connected in any way
To what?
to what I just did?
So
So if they go, because I summoned the spirit, I don't know if the
it
spirit...
takes time for the astral signature to go away. So if there was a mage, you all know Lonestar have mages, right? And they have forensic mages that do astral tracking, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a forensic mage on site, especially where the spirit was, it would be able to potentially track you.
And
But
then
it's going to take some time.
Just for
You
your
have
information,
chameleon, right?
I have astral chameleon. So if they do, I'm a little harder. But
Okay.
I'll say, well, I think the only thing I gotta worry about with me going around is any.
You do think that the idea of going to the airport is risky.
Yeah.
Because if they've got the word out, if there's an APB out on you guys, they're gonna be scrutinizing every troll that goes through there. Every elf.
But they don't really have anything.
They had bad imagery in the photos, but
Yeah.
just depending on what comes back.
And again, that's why I said for the two of us to go to the airport first, because they should have no imagery of us we should be able to clear through.
What's Mama's kid's name or
Cecil
what's
Verdell?
Or Cecil and Verdell.
Yeah, I'll say Cecil Verdell. Do you know anybody that can charter a private plane or a small craft?
I think we've taken enough of their time. I think we need to be mobile now.
Yeah, I know somebody.
I was thinking, well, Jelly, the way I see it is, one, if we go on to a plane, it is a huge risk. Even if we go and they don't know what we look like, we're still pinned in the air. They get a whiff of my astral signature, even though I don't think that's very likely. The other chance we got is I don't know, drive across the U.S., in which case that's just going to take time.
You got money?
Not anymore.
Say, why? How much would it cost?
I could probably get you out of the neighborhood into a private airstrip for about 10,000.
I have.
Now, I ain't talking your way onto a plane, but I can get you to one. The rest is on you.
If you can get us there, we can get onto that plane.
He said Cecil called the wolf, and that's where we'll stop.
Nice.
Oh, shoot, the wolf.
You bringing in the wolf?
Yeah, that's going to be the beginning of the next one. Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman76, Loading Madcat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, Baron Ikanu, and Rosix13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.